الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين سيدنا أبو القاسم محمد وعلى آله طيبين طاهرين وبعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Welcome back to our new episode, and we will discuss in our series of Asma Ul Husna, the most beautiful names of Allah. And we are discussing the Sifat Al-Qahir, that Allah, He is Qahir fawqa ibadih. What is Qahir? Allah is Qahir. If we go, the meaning of Qahir is that Allah is so powerful. He is the possessor of the power over His creation. He is powerful over His creation, or He is compelling Himself over creation. But this meaning, when it is attributed to Allah, it takes different spheres in significance. And when it is attributed to the man, it takes another sphere of significance. So if a man is Qahir, it has a negative impact, because if you are Qahir, you can be a dictator over your brother. If you are Qahir, you can be an oppressor to your brother. So if you are so powerful, stand up powerful over your brother, it means you are compelling him to do things which is not maybe in his own agreement. But this, when attributed to Allah, Al-Qahir and Qahar, Sifatul Qahar, it comes in the sense that He is the person, He is Allah, and God, who is responsible to master all circumstances relating to His creation. This the simplest way that I can put it to you. So He is the master controller of all circumstances. With the divine power, He controls all circumstances over His creations. Unlike those who think, our brothers, Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, when they comment on this verse, which is Surah Al-An'am, chapter 6, verse 18 and 61, which says, وَهُوَ الْقَاهِرُ فَوْقَ عِبَادِهِ. They comment on this verse by saying Allah, He is above His creation, because of the evidence of His verse. Which means for them, human beings are here in the earth, and then above mankind there are skies, seven heavens, and above seven heavens there is a throne, and above throne there is Allah, who is mounting Himself on the throne. So when they comment, different commentary of the Holy Quran using the different narratives, they say that وَهُوَ الْقَاهِرُ فَوْقَ عِبَادِهِ, which Allah is above His creation, which means they translate or they comment the word above, which means geographical, means and a specific space. There is a specific space and a specific, let us say, boundary in which Allah is existing or present on that sphere. This is wrong interpretation. With all my respect to my brothers, this is just, in terms of dialogue and giving the more meaning in accordance to what we believe. It's not a question of criticizing what others they believe. So what we mean by this verse, وَهُوَ الْقَاهِرُ فَوْقَ عِبَادِهِ, Allah have mentioned circumstances that Allah, He is Qahir in those circumstances, that He is controller. He is the master controller of those circumstances that involve His creation. If Wallahu Al-Qahir fawqa ibadi, it means geographically. Then Allah, He said, وَالَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا فَوْقَهُمْ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ, those who are righteous, they will be above them in the day of judgment. So the righteous people, they are not going to sit above those who are criminals or sinners. No. Allah is talking here about the status of two individuals. Those who are righteous, they are going to be better in reward, and those who are sinners, they are going to be lower in reward. So this is comparison and not geographical, bounded. So when we say that Allah is Qahir, He is Qahir, He is compelling circumstances on His behalf, in accordance to His Mashiach, in accordance to His will. Is like when we see the birds are flying in the air. Allah He say, أَلَمْ يَرَوْا الطَّيْرِ إِلَى الطَّيْرِ فَوْقَهُمْ صَافَاتٍ وَيَقْبِضْنَ مَا يُمْسِكُهُنَّ إِلَّا الرَّحْمَنُ. This is a very beautiful verse. Do they not see the birds who are flying above the air? And then Allah He said, مَا يُمْسِكُهُنَّ. No one is keeping them in balance. No one is holding them from falling except Allah. It is indeed in this significance that Allah is Qahir. He is mastering the circumstances, mastering the whole situation. So He is Qahir fawqa ibadi. He is the master and controller of all situations involving His creation. I'll give you another example. When Allah, He wanted to save the Bani Israel from the hands of the Pharaoh, there was no weapon in the hands of the believers of Musa alayhi salam. Musa, the only thing that he had in his hand was the stick. So He told him to beat the sea, to hit the water with that stick and staff he had in his hand. And immediately there was a path for the children of Israel to pass and go over to another land to escape from the arrest of Pharaoh. This situation shows that Allah huwa al-Qahir fawqa ibadi. He is Qahir of all circumstances. It means He allow the new phenomena to arise, that the stick was the cause of bringing a new phase, or bringing a control over that water, or bringing a control for the children of Israel to pass on the sea, deep sea, which have turned into the dry land. So when we say that Allahu Al-Qahir fawqa ibadi, it means He is the master, compeller of the situation to control what is available in those scenarios. So this is one of the best meaning of that Allah Al-Qahir. It is not an oppressor. So for Allah to be a Qahir is not an oppressor, is not a dictator, but He is Al-Qahir. He is the master and controller of all circumstances. In another verse, Allah describes Himself as قُلْ إِنَّمَا أَنَا مُنذِرٌ. Say, O Muhammad, that you are the warner. وَمَا مِنْ إِلَّهِ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. There is no God except Allah. Al-Wahid Al-Qahar. So, Al-Qahar is the superlative form of Al-Qahir. Those who know Arabic, when they say Al-Qahir, it is in the wazn of the scale of Al-Fa'il. And Al-Qahar, it in the wazn of Fi'il, Al-Fa'al, it in the superlative degree form. So He is more controlling. He is most controlling of his environment or his spheres of the situation. And the last verse which describe this attribute of Allah, it is the Allah which say, when He said, يَوْمَ تُبَدَّلُ الْأَرْضِ غَيْرَ الْأَرْضِ وَالسَّمَاوَاتِ. See, here is very important. وَبَرَزُوا لِلَّهِ الْوَاحِدُ الْقَهَّارِ. Surah Ibrahim, verse number 48. The day that the earth will be changed غير أرض. It is not going to be this earth. وَالسَّمَاوَاتِ, and the heavens will be changed. So the changing of the earth and the heavens need qahr, need the real divine power, need the real master and controller of situation. And then in that day, the human beings, the mankind, barazu lillahi, they will go all to Allah, al-wahid, the only one, al-Qahir, who is the master of those situations. So this is how Allah. So what we learn from this sifa, we need that if we are powerful, we have to master our situation. We shouldn't corrupt our situation. We should master our surrounding for goodness of this life. We should master our situation for goodness of others. So when we inculcate these attributes of Allah, we need to learn more. You cannot have Allah who is so powerful and you are weak. You have to inculcate this, the attribute of power, to ask Allah to give us power, to ask Allah to give us wisdom, to ask Allah to give us to be the master of our circumstances. This is what Allah, He created us, because He said, هو الذي جعلكم خلائف في الأرض واستعمركم فيها. So if Allah, He calls us to istimar, He gives us the power to make istimar in this earth, to build and construct this earth. It means we have to master the earth. We have to master our surrounding, and we have to protect the earth. We shouldn't cut our trees. We shouldn't, let us say, spoil and pollute our surroundings. We shouldn't pollute our waters. We shouldn't pollute our air. We should master our surrounding in order to protect our surrounding. We should protect our circumstances. We should know how to live, We should know how to live. We should know how to perform goodness in this earth. Because Allah, He said, it is only good that will exist. The corrupt will finish. And I will end up by saying, in conclusion, Allah, He said, فَأَمَّا الزَّبَدُ فَيَذْهَبُ جُفَاءً. As for the form will just disappear. وَأَمَّا مَا يَنْفَعُ النَّاسِ. But that which benefit mankind, فَيَمْكُسُ فِي الْأَرْضِ. It will remain in the earth. Let us remain in the earth while we are the vigilant of Allah doing His work, and we should master our surrounding for the positiveness of the society. Until I meet you again, when we will discuss another attribute of Allah, which will be the attribute of Al-Wahhab. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.